in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, 180. What we got? Tight end left.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, it's Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You got three down. Check.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Stafford now to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back. Someone to help assist, because right now their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Watch out. Man, I got you. 59!
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Watch the slant.
Back to throw, Stafford. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Menu narration option is set to off.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, I'm gonna go load it.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Let's go, boys.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. That one 28 yards on the ground. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Hey, box truck. Hey.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. Out of the gun, Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
280. 2 right here. 52. Come on. Check. Check hot route. Hey, 50.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Amendola catching it left side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hey, 54. Hey, seam 6.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to float this one deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So out come the Chargers, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your...
There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2.
Here's Stafford. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey, 70!
Third and 2, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for Detroit. 46 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Zero. Hey, Delta!
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. To Gordon, out left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Rivers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Rivers. He's going to float this over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Switch.
On second down, here's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, first down. Stafford going to come up first and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
Like 7. Watch the twist. Move.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
11.
Now Stafford. And it's caught here, Amendola. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Drill right, 22. Show it up. Hey, red. Shit. Hey, 5-0.
Now it's Stafford. And he slings one that's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To the air again, Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Stafford now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Double right.
From the 29, Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Lions on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Now watch one. Easy alert. Mike 52. You ain't going to.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Green 90, ground 80. Left. Hey, orbit. White. Time go.
From the gun, Rivers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Black 15. Hey, Delta. 51. Go. Cluster. Hey, easy. Check. Hey, Delta.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 51.
Hey, 79.
Let's go, deep, tighten up.
Through.
Go.
Behind.
3rd and long for Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you evolved. You know, you learned how to play it the Madden way.
Amendola set to return it. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Stafford. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards, a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stafford. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford, the left side completion to Jones. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. From the red zone now, Stafford. That's complete right around the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
I'm coming after you. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, 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 kill.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Stafford. It's caught outright, Amendola. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Lions first down. First and 10. 46-yard line.
Single, single.
Check 50, check 50. 50, 50. All right, here we go.
On 1st down, it's Johnson. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
59. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Hey, Echo. 52. Watch the slip.
From the 50, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Zero.
Switch.
Keep it skinny. Hey, high 7.
40. Here we go.
Hey, get on.
Here's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ashawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready. Blue 60.
52 right here. 52. Hey, me and you all day. All day.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Stafford. It's caught, Jones. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd down and goal. Stafford to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Prater for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up first and 10 at their own 22. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Run 80. Check 37. Check 37.
From the gun, Rivers. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down, Chargers.
Set. Select 15. White. You're not ready. You're not ready. Check 13. Pilot, 64. Weak. Check 99. Check 99. Both sevens and Mike. Both sevens.
Rivers now to throw on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
A second down throw for Rivers. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there, and it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On third down, Rivers. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding on to the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Derwin James with a pick. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
60. You got 3 down. He's coming. 11. He's coming, double up. Zero. Bravo.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. 22. You can choose the mic. Watch Mike. Bring it.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. Got a man. It's Amendola. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Yellow 80. Zebra. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Big Ed. Kill. Turn. Protein spill. 25. Check. Omaha, ready to move. 49. Check 49. Big 20. Hey, wahoo.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Amendola catching it left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Stafford on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check that. We want Mike 52 right now.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And that is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Hey, Rocket. Hey, Rocket. Hey, go Orange. Orange. Hey, Delta. Q. Hey, look.
From the gun, Rivers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, Delta! Hey, Haywood! Hey, D-line, Red Delta! Watch twist!
Now Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Red Delta! Orange 5-4.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Rivers to Benjamin, good for the Charger 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Red! Load it! Hey, ready!
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, LA. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
We're ready. We're waiting. 52's the mic. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On 1st down, Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Stafford now to throw. And this is incomplete. Amendola, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Joey Bosa. And it looks like the Chargers are going to win this thing.
Step 180, 380. White, 80,
now Gordon on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
I got you. Hey, Delta!
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hey, 250. I don't think you got it, son.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, he's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Now Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check Mike 40. Check Mike. Alpha! Q. Left. White. Check. Fresno. Hey, zoom.
Throwing here, Rivers. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
First down, Chargers.
Rivers now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Alert. 3 down. Rush in. Check 3. Orange 5-4. 5. Hey, Delta! Safety's creeping! Hey, I'm gonna go load it!
Here's Rivers. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Quads. 40 gut. Drill right, 22.
One last throw here for Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey,